Once upon a time, in a quiet, cosy house nestled by the sea, there lived a little boy who loved nothing more than dreaming about exciting adventures. Every day, he would imagine himself racing alongside his favourite heroes, the Paw Patrol pups. His room was filled with Paw Patrol toys, posters and books. Every night, before he drifted off to sleep, he would wonder what it would be like to help them on one of their rescue missions. What would it feel like to save the day? One evening, as the stars twinkled outside his window, he hugged his stuffed pup, Chase, tight. His eyes were growing heavy when something magical happened. His Paw Patrol watch, the one he never took off, began to glow. The boy sat up quickly, rubbing his eyes, wondering if he was dreaming. But the soft glow of the watch seemed so real, and then a familiar voice echoed through his room. "Paw Patrol needs your help." He gasped in excitement. Was this real? Could the Paw Patrol actually be calling him for a mission? Without a second thought, he tapped the glowing watch, and suddenly his room started to shimmer and fade. His cozy bed, his stuffed toys, and his sleepy surroundings began to disappear. The next thing he knew, he was standing at the base of the Paw Patrol lookout tower. There, standing in front of him, were all of his favourite pups: Chase, Marshall, Sky, Rubble, Rocky, and Zuma, along with Ryder, their brave leader. "Hey there," Ryder called, waving. "We've got a big mission tonight and we need your help." The boy couldn't believe it. He had been dreaming of this moment forever. "What's the mission?" he asked eagerly, feeling his heart pound with excitement. Ryder brought him over to the giant screen that showed a map of Adventure Bay and the nearby jungle. Mayor Goodway took a hot air balloon ride to celebrate the Adventure Bay festival, but a strong gust of wind blew her way off course. She's stuck deep in the jungle and night is falling. "We need to find her and bring her back safely before it gets too dark." The boy's eyes widened. A jungle rescue. This was even more exciting than he had imagined. "Are you ready to help?" Ryder asked. "Yes!" the boy exclaimed, filled with excitement. Chase, the brave police pup, barked and wagged his tail. "Chase is on the case!" Marshall, the clumsy but lovable firefighter pup, grinned. "I'm fired up." Ryder smiled at the boy and said, "You'll be riding with Chase in his police cruiser. Let's get to the jungle and find Mayor Goodway." The boy could hardly believe it. He was going on a real Paw Patrol mission. He hopped into Chase's blue police cruiser, which had flashing lights and a loud siren. The other pups followed in their vehicles, with Ryder leading the way on his trusty ATV. As they sped through Adventure Bay, the sun began to set, and the sky turned a beautiful shade of pink and orange. The boy looked out at the rolling hills, the sandy beach, and the quiet streets of Adventure Bay, feeling like he was part of something big. They raced past the beach where Zuma honked his horn at some playful dolphins splashing in the water. The boy smiled. He loved the beach and couldn't wait to maybe stop by later for some fun in the sand. Soon, they zoomed past the green hills where Rubble made sure not to disturb the grazing sheep. It all felt so real, and the boy's excitement grew with every passing moment. As the sun dipped below the horizon, they reached the edge of the jungle. The tall trees loomed ahead, casting long shadows across the ground. The jungle was thick with plants and vines, and strange sounds echoed from within, chirping crickets, hooting owls, and rustling leaves. It felt like a whole new world. "Don't worry," Chase reassured him. "We've got this. The Paw Patrol always gets the job done." Ryder looked at the boy and said, "We're going to need your help to search the jungle. Chase will use his nose to track Mayor Goodway, but we'll need to keep our eyes open for clues." Just then, Sky flew overhead in her pink helicopter. "I'll keep an eye out from above. Let's find that balloon," she called down. Ryder nodded. "Great idea, Sky. Keep us updated." The boy, Chase, and Ryder set off on foot, carefully making their way through the thick jungle. The trees towered over them, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers. Every so often, Chase would stop to sniff the ground, searching for a trace of Mayor Goodway. As they ventured deeper, the jungle became darker and more mysterious. But the boy wasn't scared. He was with the Paw Patrol, and they were the best team in the world. After what felt like hours of searching, Chase suddenly stopped in his tracks. His ears perked up, and he let out a small bark. "I smell something," he said, turning his nose toward a dense patch of bushes. The boy's heart raced as he followed Chase's gaze. What could it be? Was it Mayor Goodway? They carefully approached the bushes, and out popped a tiny orange tiger cub. The cub looked up at them with big, curious eyes. "Oh, he's so cute," the boy said, crouching down to pet the cub. The tiger cub purred and nuzzled the boy's hand. Ryder smiled. "Looks like we made a new friend. Maybe he can help us find Mayor Goodway." The tiger cub let out a playful meow and started trotting ahead, leading them deeper into the jungle. The boy and Chase followed, with Ryder right behind them. Before long, they reached a large clearing where the trees opened up and the moonlight shone down, and there, stuck high in the branches of a tall tree, was Mayor Goodway's hot air balloon. "There it is," the boy exclaimed, pointing at the balloon. "Great job, team," Ryder said, patting the boy on the back. "Now we just need to get Mayor Goodway down safely." Sky swooped in from above, her helicopter blades whirring. "I'll use my grappling hook to lower the balloon," she called out, lowering her hook to catch the ropes of the balloon. But just as she started to pull, a gust of wind sent the balloon swaying back and forth. The boy gasped. What if the balloon got stuck even higher? "Don't worry," Marshall said, rushing over with his fire truck. "I've got my ladder. I can help." With Marshall's help, they were able to steady the balloon as Sky gently lowered it to the ground. Mayor Goodway stepped out, looking a little flustered but very relieved. "Oh, thank you, Paw Patrol," she said, giving them all a big smile. "And thank you too," she added, turning to the boy. "You're a real hero." The boy beamed with pride. He had done it. He had helped the Paw Patrol save the day. But the adventure wasn't over just yet. As they made their way back through the jungle, the sky above them filled with glowing fireflies, lighting up the path like little twinkling stars. It was a magical sight, and the boy felt a sense of wonder as they walked back toward Adventure Bay. When they finally reached the lookout tower, the boy felt tired but happy. He had gone on a real Paw Patrol mission, met a tiger cub, and helped rescue Mayor Goodway. What a night. "Good job, hero," Chase said, giving the boy a high five with his paw. "You were amazing." Ryder smiled and said, "We couldn't have done it without you. Sweet dreams, and thanks for being such a great member of the team." The boy waved goodbye to his new friends, feeling a little sad that the adventure was over. But as he tapped his glowing watch once more, the world around him shimmered and faded, and in an instant he was back in his cozy bed. The stars outside twinkled brightly, just like the fireflies in the jungle. He hugged his stuffed Chase toy close and smiled. Tomorrow would bring more adventures, but for now it was time to sleep. As he closed his eyes, he could still hear the distant sound of the Paw Patrol sirens, and he drifted off into a peaceful, happy sleep. The end. Sweet dreams, little hero. More adventures are waiting for you tomorrow.